The number 9, what is the significance to this number? Well, this is the amount of people in the city, the size about Tyler, that have a rare genetic disease. This genetic disease is called Huntington's. Huntington's disease actually affects the whole entire body, and it is a neurological degenerative genetic disease. During my freshman year of high school, I actually had to do a paper over Huntington's disease, and prior to this assignment, I didn't even know that it was a disease. After researching it, I found out that it was a very interesting disease, and I actually took my health for granted. So today, I would like to talk to you about Huntington's disease and its history, its current prognosis, and the future outlook to help raise awareness. So let's first start off with the history. According to the Johns Hopkins website, Huntington's disease was actually named after George Huntington. This is him younger, and this is his obituary. George Huntington actually first diagnosed this disease in 1872 in his hometown of Long Island, but it wasn't until 1993 that investigators found out the gene that actually affected Huntington's and caused it. Huntington's disease is a genetic disease, and it is due to a mutation on the 4th chromosome. The importance of the 4th chromosome is that the 4th chromosome creates genes, and those genes make proteins, and what those proteins do is allow our body to move freely and able to just function in general. It is said that 1 out of every 10,000 people inherit Huntington's disease through their parents, and according to the Mayo Clinic website, Huntington's disease is an inherited disease where the nerve cells in the brain break down over time. Huntington's disease affects people's movement, behavior, and speech. So now that we know a little bit more about the history, let's talk about the current prognosis. Unfortunately, this disease is fatal, and there are no current treatments that are available to us so far. And the current lifespan, and the lifespan actually ranges from 10 to 30 years after you get your first set of symptoms. A couple of signs and symptoms include an involuntary movement in your body, which includes jerking of the hands, legs, feet, and arms. Also, it causes a difficulty in the ability to stand, sit, or walk. You have one person here that actually has HD, and you also have another one they're actually both sitting, probably due to they have trouble standing and walking. Huntington's disease also causes the loss of the ability to speak. Also, it causes memory loss, and it is a choking hazard. And it causes choking, which is a high hazard, and death. Also, there are mood swings such as depression, probably because they know that they will slowly degenerate and they have no cure. According to the Family Doctor website, Huntington's disease people will eventually need help with their everyday living, which is also shown here in the fact that her daughter is with her mom and helping her. Luckily, though, there are ways to manage Huntington's disease, such as PT, and they can help with the patient's ability to walk. They can also put ramps in their house to just help them not be able to fall. OT helps with daily basic living. Speech pathologists actually help them with movement of their mouth and for them to exaggerate so that they can be understood more clearly. Also, exercise is recommended, and there are medicines that people can take. The best way to get diagnosed for Huntington's disease is through genetic testing as well as through blood testing. Luckily, though, there is hope for people that have Huntington's disease, for there is research that is currently going underway. And according to the NHS website, they are stating that they are working on a way to just slow down, also known as switching off, this genetic mutation. And to support this idea, the website HD Buzz actually says that they are creating new drugs to just help delay the symptoms. And one company that actually is doing this is Novartis, for they're doing a clinical trial, and they're using the drug Branaplam, which will treat the spinal muscular atrophy. So now, today I have taught you about Huntington's disease and just the history, current prognosis, and the future outlook. And I hope that you learned something. And if you know one of these 9 people, I hope that you get them genetically tested.